with Fatia Nkrumah. And that is this one here called Gamal Goke Nkrumah. Now, Gamal Goke Nkrumah is the man whose photograph you see here. He has the looks of Kwame Nkrumah and also the skin color of his mother, Fatia. Gamal Goke Nkrumah, my brother, my sister, was named after Gamal Abdel Nasser. He was an Egyptian president who was a close friend to Kwame Nkrumah. In fact, he was responsible for finding Kwame Nkrumah a wife, an Egyptian wife by name Fatia. At the time that Fatia was coming down to Ghana to get married to Kwame Nkrumah, she was a very, very young woman. In fact, she was several years younger than Kwame Nkrumah. Nkrumah was born in 1909, while Fatia was born on the 23rd of February, 1931. My brother, my sister, he was more than 20 years older than Fatia. Fatia was more than 20 years younger than Kwame Nkrumah. But she agreed to come and marry a man she never knew. She only saw a photograph of the man, and she was told that the man was over 20 years older than her. But she still decided to come. She came to Ghana after two of her sisters refused the proposal. She decided to pick it up. She fell in love with Kwame Nkrumah even before she saw him. In fact, it was said that Kwame Nkrumah was a lonely man because Fatia came into this country and she couldn't even speak so much of English. She didn't speak a single local Ghanaian language. But she decided to be with this man who Gamal Abdel Nasser had told that he was a great Pan-Africanist uniting the whole of Africa. And therefore, by helping a man like that, she would indirectly be helping Africa unite. Nkrumah hardly spoke with his wife in the early days of their marriage. My brother, my sister, a few days before the independence of this country, Fatia arrived. They tied the knot, my brother, my sister, and they began a journey that was so tumultuous. They had their first child in 1959, 2 years after independence. And this was Gamal Goke Nkrumah, named after one of Kwame Nkrumah's best friends, the Egyptian president Gamal Abdel Nasser. Now today we're talking about the first fruits of Fatia and Nkrumah on the land of Ghana. He was born, my brother, my sister, in 1959. 1959. He was born to Fatia and Nkrumah. He grew up learning that his father was a president. Unfortunately, he was only 7 years old when the coup happened and Kwame Nkrumah was overthrown. They were all bundled up and they left Ghana and went all the way to Egypt. He loved Egypt and wanted to stay in Egypt and do his things there. My brother, my sister, he is a powerful Pan-Africanist, an editor of the Al-Ahram weekly newspaper right there in Egypt. My brother, my sister, he studied in London and also in Cairo. He grabbed his PhD in political science from the School of Oriental and African Studies in London. He initially worked as a political journalist at Al-Ahram Weekly in Cairo for over 15 years. Presently, he's editor of the International Affairs section of the newspaper. This is the man we are talking about. My brother, my sister, my brother, my sister, Gamal Goke Nkrumah. Now there's a lot of pressure on Gamal to continue the legacy of his father, Kwame Nkrumah. But he's always said that nobody can be like my father. I am Gamal, and he is Kwame Nkrumah. My prayer is that I'm able to do even a quarter of what this man did. A man like that, we have only one of him every century and beyond. He is a journalist, a powerful Pan-African who most of the time is based in Cairo and fluctuates between London and Cairo. My brother, my sister. Now he himself has 2 sons, and he decided not to throw away the name Nkrumah. He loves it. His first child is Karim Nkrumah, and second child is Yusuf Nkrumah. Both of them born in Cairo. My brother, my sister. He is a journalist. He used to write the political section of the Al-Ahram. And the Al-Ahram newspaper is a very powerful newspaper. In fact, it's an English language weekly broadsheet printed by the Al-Ahram Publishing House in Cairo, Egypt. Yes. It was established in 1991 by the Al-Ahram newspaper, which also runs a French language weekly version, Al-Ahram Hebdo. The founder, my brother, my sister, is Hosni Guwindi. He himself served as editor-in-chief, my brother, my sister, for a number of years. So this newspaper has been there for the past 34 years. That is where Gamal Goke Nkrumah works. He's still alive and doing a lot of work in Pan-Africanism. Once in a while he comes to Ghana, and then he moves back to his mother's country, Cairo. In fact, his mother wanted to be buried here next to Kwame Nkrumah, and it happened. He's a proud Nkrumahist, proud son of the legend. Today we remember this great man, a very powerful man who has decided not to be under any pressure to relive the life of his father, Dr. Osagyefo Kwame Nkrumah. In the burden of knowledge, I ask you, now that you know the story of Gamal Goke Nkrumah, what would you do? Bianani ole mini oba fe yezuna kagane mezaka yini. Ye papa ngoboka ya nfifi ya nyanu kai na wo bana enwe be den lele anjima singa be konne lele anjima singa beri. It's been the African history class. And of course, my name Blakk Rasta, and I want to say thank you so much. Yeah man, we love you and we appreciate you.
Luca Production.